Hola, amigos, and welcome aboard the Starship Nightwish. I am El Presidente. Welcome to Talk O Tuesday. This is a show that Exorcist does once a week, sometimes even more, when Galnet comes out, because he doesn't have any content of his own, so he just steals others by reading whatever it is that Galnet has written. Well, today, El Presidente is going to do the Taco Tuesday because this article affects me the most. Because it is involving the federal elections, which, by the way, El Presidente ran for president and it was stolen from me by Felicia Winters. And that is what we are going to talk about today. Let's go ahead. How do I click this button here? Here we go. Winters acknowledges growing calls for inauguration. Now, Winters had no problem stealing the election from El Presidente, but she seems to have a problem assuming the office. Maybe that is because El Presidente legally won the election and her and a fool are conspiring to keep me out of office. I demand a recount. Officially, consider this my official declaration for a recount. I will not go quietly, but we will talk and we are going to read about this article. So let's see what the Galnet has to say about the whole thing. President-elect Felicia Winters has discussed the growing discontent within federal Congress over her delayed inauguration. She has many excuses, but nothing to show for it. A series of devastating earthquakes struck Winters' home world of Rhea 3 in February this year. Millions were killed. It's so tragic, during the unprecedented disaster, including 6 members of Winters' family in the destruction of the capital of New Green Acre. Winters took an extended leave of absence to direct relief and recovery efforts on Rhea 3, which included a widespread appeal for resources from the independent pilot community. Yes, we did participate in bringing stuff to Rhea 3 as part of the rebuilding long after. It took a long time for them to even ask. And Felicia Winters was nowhere to be found, and that is not how a president works. This is how a president works. You must command, respect, and authority, usually with sunglasses and a cigar. Recent articles in Soul Today have suggested the goodwill of Winters' situation may be wearing thin. That is because the truth of El Presidente is coming to light. Political journalist Iwan Klein, it's probably Ivan Klein, but I'm not going to say it that way, recently wrote, when Winters first announced the delay in her inauguration, there were obvious resistance from her Republican opponents, though perhaps less so from President Hudson, the otherwise known as the T-1000, who has remained in office temporarily. Temporarily, my ass. As more details of Rhea's turmoil came to light, support for Winters' choice on compassionate grounds increased. Yes, we did buy into her story of Rhea 3. There was earthquake, there was death, destruction. She needed to help out. We understand that. El Presidente loves all and wants to see Rhea 3 restored to its glory. Yes, we do want those things. But where has she been? Why is she taking so long? She should be president doing other things, commanding forces to do the things she's doing herself. It makes no sense. 7 months later, however, some in Congress have started to wonder if Winters will ever overcome her grief and accept the presidency. And that, my friends, is where El Presidente comes into play. I am standing by. My forces are standing by to take control of the Federation at the call of the people. El Presidente is ready to step in as the legitimate heir to Felicia Winters, should she not be able to take control of the Federation and see through peaceful transfer. Our ascension, my ascension, El Presidente's ascension, would it be peaceful? Winters has finally released a statement on the matter via the Federal Free Press. Nothing can ever repair the hole left in my heart for the tragedy on Raya 3. The pain that has shared with millions of families, except by the catastrophes, affected by the catastrophes that befell our home world. We may never truly overcome it, but must resolve to move forward despite this. This is noble. She must find a way to move on. Yes, it was tragic, but she is federal president-elect. That she must stand and be above all others, like El Presidente. And then she will find success in her new job. And during our darkest hours, the outpouring of love and support from across the Federation has been a great source of strength. I was reminded 1,000 times over of the charity, selflessness, and warmth of federal citizens. And I agree. El Presidente agrees the federal citizens are very warm and friendly people. That is why I ran for presidency, to make sure that they stay warm and friendly. Your patience has been cherished, and it is time that your faith in me as president-elect is rewarded. I don't believe her. This sounds like a setup. I plan to step back from personally directing the recovery of Raya 3 in the near future. Notice she does not give a date, and she does not say she's going to do it now. In the near future. El Presidente is going to lose weight. I'm going to get thinner in the near future. If it does not happen tomorrow, I told you it's going to be in the near future. If it does not happen next year, I told you it's going to be in the near future. Get off my case. Leaving the task in capable hands of Reyes Emergency Aid and Relief Committee. When the time is right, my inauguration ceremony will proceed and I will humbly accept the role of President of the Federation. At this rate, her presidency is going to be over before she takes over the office. What is this woman doing? No. We must not make light of the devastation, the tragedy that occurred on Raya 3. It is a tragic and terrible event. And we pray for the souls of those lost and the people that are still suffering from the devastation. But if you run for office to oversee a superpower, you must be able to rise even further above those who are struggling, so that you can care for all people. In El Presidente's opinion, it is selfish to focus exclusively on Raya 3 when the rest of the Federation is waiting on your leadership. Personally, I am a big fan of T-1000. He does good. He doesn't have many enemies that are alive. I envy that. But it is time for him to go. It is time for Felicia Winters to assume the role of federal president, or not, and allow El Presidente to step in and do the job for her. A better way of life for the Federation citizens, whether they want it or not. My friends, these are the disciples. This is the way that you want. You want capitalism? This is the way. This is the capitalist way to support this channel. Exorcist uses this money for something. I don't know. I think he uses it for this software that El Presidente is speaking on. But it's good stuff. So patreon.com/Commander Exorcist. That guy. That is going to be all today. For Talk on Tuesday, it was not much, but El Presidente was not going to let Exorcist talk about the Winters without me getting a say. I was robbed. And then they tried to murder me and stuck me in a container, and I had to be rescued by this really strange guy that would not talk back to me. So it really was a weird experience. But Felicia Winters, as a fellow Presidente, I must implore you, It is time for you to harden your heart, step forward, and take the reins that you have been so rightly or unjustly, perhaps, granted by the people of the Federation. It is time for you to take the reins and become the Presidente that you were born to be. That is going to be all, my friends. Take care. Fly safe. Exorcist will see you out there.